glad to be here. I'm trying to get in the frame here so you can see me. Anyways, it's Friday, God's Day. Every day is God's Day. Ideally, we should make it that way, but we don't. So here I am. I'm kind of counting down the days to court because it's really, really stressing me out. I go on the 3rd, and I'm worried because I know that I don't have the court that I'm going to, the one court for the 2 cases that I have. I know I don't have an attorney who is going to represent me properly or adequately. I have an attorney, but he's not going to be there for me adequately, as he hasn't been. And in the other court, an attorney was appointed to me, and he hasn't been answering me. So I'm worried about it, but in a ways I'm not. In the past few days, I've seen some things that have given me a lot of hope, and these things have strictly to do with faith. I've seen and followed some really good prayers, and I believe that they came to me for a reason. I'm really locked in with my good energy. I choose to believe that God is going to make a way for me, and He's going to touch people in a way that they would not behave themselves, but in a way that God will touch them. And I'm hoping for that, and it's giving me hope, and it's making me feel a little better than the last time when I was waiting to go to court, and I was really, really stressed out. And you saw that in my first 2 or 3 videos, I believe. I've seen some really excellent posts on Facebook. I know I've mentioned that I've also seen some really nutty ones, but I've seen some excellent ones too, about prayer and God. And I really like them a lot. I read them, I pray into them, and I choose to put a lot of energy into them because they're so appropriate for my situation. So I want to believe that they're meant to be. I'm on Facebook. I don't spend all of my time there. I don't spend a majority of my time there, but I put up some posts too that have to do with my state of mind and where I'm at. And it's a little amazing how I can be facing this really, really dangerous and stressful situation with legalities and pending criminal court cases that I have, and yet I have my mind on so many, not so many actually, let me correct that. I have my mind on other things. I'm always thinking about my children, so that's not surprising or amazing at all, and it's how it should be. But after that, because that's the most important thing, after that, it's really amazing that the other thing that I'm thinking about, yeah, it has to do with the physical addiction I have, and I feel that it's starting to get extreme again, where my state of mind is at with that. And also I'm thinking about someone, I have been thinking about someone in my past, and he really took me there. He took me there, and I allowed it. I allowed it and him to take me there. But not for the addictive or addiction reason that I'm mentioning. He just took me there in a lot of other ways because he's a sociopath, and I've attracted those because of my parents and my upbringing. But I was really drawn to him in a way that he It was for physical reasons, it was for sexual reasons. But in spite of how bad he was and is, and I left him, I've left him, it seems like a million times. He lied to me, he cheated me, he had a committed relationship when he was with me, even though he said he didn't. He made me the side chick. And these people with this disorder, they can handle so many things at one time that you would never believe that they had anything else going on. As far as relationship, as far as romantic relationships, if they can be called romantic, but for all intents and purposes. He really hurt me a lot. I left him and left him and left him, and then he would bully me into going back with him, and then I would go back to him, and then I left him again. And I can't stop thinking about him. And I posted something on Facebook today. And thinking about all of that, I look at others and I wonder about their relationships. I flirt a lot. I flirt a lot. And there was one person that I was talking to who was supposedly broken up with his girlfriend or fiance, and they were not broken up. She had just told him to wait. Apparently, she wanted to think things through. Hashtag side chick. But I didn't let it happen. At any rate, apparently he's back with her. And looking at her physically, she's a mess. She's fat, she's sloppy, and I wonder why he would be with someone like that. But then I see that that's not the way that you think. And I've never really gone for looks. I don't go for looks. True, it's the first thing that attracts you, but there's something else in yourself that attracts you to somebody else. That's really the case. And I can see that in other people. They're attracted to, there's all kinds of people attracted to all kinds of people. Looks have nothing to do with it. It's something in that person that draws the other person. Be it our own demons that draw us to somebody who pulls something in us because it's something about them, or I don't know how to completely explain it. I can't completely explain it, but I can say this, that no matter where you are in life, sometimes you find yourself thinking about someone or something that is not as important as your current situation, but you think about it like I am. I'm thinking about this person. I don't stop thinking about this person. But there's something in me. It's about what's in me that pulls me to that person. That's the thing. And if you find yourself in this situation and you've tried everything not to think about somebody who is not good for you, who's bad for you, stop and look inside of yourself and see what it is in yourself that draws you to this person. See what it is in yourself that's unresolved, or that is a need, or is a want. Wants become needs, because that's how it is inside of me, and it's human nature, and I know that's how it is inside of a majority of people, if not all. I've said it before, there are some people who are very elevated in this world. Their minds are far, far, far more advanced and therefore elevated, and they're very disciplined, and they don't think this way. And that's a good thing to be, if we could be it. And we could reach it if we try, if we study, if we research, if we learn and we become learned. But we don't. We don't bother to do those things. Sometimes it's because we don't want to. We want to be stuck. We want to be in a certain situation, maybe subconsciously. Um, And so we find ourselves there consciously. We find ourselves there. We don't know why, but we know why subconsciously. All the answers are in our higher self, and that's our subconscious. And so I've spent a lot of time thinking about this person, and now this applies to me in particular. I know that until I again get something physical from this person for myself, that I'm going to keep thinking about him. And I wish it wasn't that way. But it is. And there's something that I need to learn in this dynamic too. There's something that I need to learn. There's always something that you need to learn when you find yourself stuck. When you find yourself stuck, it's always about you. But just knowing that it's about you and that it's inside of yourself doesn't make it easy, and doesn't give you a way to become unstuck. It's still really difficult. That's why we're in relationships we shouldn't be. That's why we're in situations we shouldn't be. But it's all about learning your higher self. It's all up here. It's going up here and looking inward. If you take the time. For me, I'm choosing not to spend too much time looking inward like I should. I'm choosing to focus on what I want physically. And this is where the addiction comes in. See, there's a lot of aspects to this addiction. And last night I thought about it a lot. I was in bed and I thought, it's not an addiction, it's an issue. People want to label everything. Oh, this is an addiction, that's an addiction. So I told myself it's not. But actually, I was wrong. It is. And it's getting extreme for me. It's a sexual thing, but it all comes out of addictive personality. And addictive personality gets you to where you can't stop thinking about something, and or you keep doing it, and you look for it wherever you can get it. And sometimes it's in a lot of people, sometimes it's in one person. And if you've had it with that one person, you keep thinking about that one person. So you see, it's all about you. It's all about me, meaning that there's something inside of me that's drawing me to who it's drawing me to. And here I am. But also here is God, and I know that God is going to see me through. The more I believe in what I pray for, the more it's going to happen, and the more I'm going to find myself going towards better things. So when you find it really, really, really hard, so to speak, literally and figuratively, just remember, keep your faith, and your faith will keep you. Okay, everyone. See you soon. Bye. And coming from behind.